So I'm here in Glen Feshie. I'm about to go on my 5th summit of Sgor Gaoith, and I'm going to take the alternative climb and the alternative ridgeline descent, just to mix it up, but also to take you lot along. Now we are early July. We are the Sunday of the UK's 3rd heat wave this year. So though it looks a little bit cloudy, it is about 27 degrees, extremely muggy, and if I therefore look like I'm sweating a lot, that will be the reason. Now for the main technical climb, you head up here and this way for the fire road climb. So we'll go and have a wander up there and see what the difference is. And although we're 5 kilometres down the valley, we haven't started climbing yet, but we have reached our first obstacle, a ford. And being that I could fall off and get wet, I thought I'd put the camera on so that you have a chance to see it. Nothing to it. I would, however, imagine that, this has been a very dry year, that at some points, particularly if you were doing this in winter, then that might be a much bigger obstacle. So be aware of that. Well, I have to say it's been a lovely ride up Glen Feshie. It's been mainly single track through them woods over there, and then came onto this sort of fire road, and we've reached this fire road crossroads. And I've checked on the map, this is our way all the way up there, that will take us onto the Sgor Gaoith ridgeline, and actually we will be very close to bagging a different Munro and a Munro top that's at the top of this track. So I'm going to also do that while here. Well, I thought I'd show you what we're up against. It is a steady fire road climb. So far it's not been ridiculously steep. So we're already 6.3 miles in. So basically 10 kilometres. But this hill here is the extra Munro we are going to bag. So we are now getting to the point where we can see this track bench cut into the side of the mountain, curling round the valley. But yeah, lovely. Long way, but at least we can see where it's going. But we have reached the top of this track, and then Mullach, Bhlair or something is the Munro just over there, just round this track a little bit and up a bit of single track. So we'll definitely bag that while we're this close. But look over there, and from here Sgor Gaoith looks even more impressive, and that is where we'll be heading after bagging that very nondescript Munro. We've made it to the top. Boom! And for a very round, grassy, nondescript hilltop, quite boring to be honest, but the view isn't. Sgor Gaoith again looking stunning, and then over there will be Bhlair. Somewhere in the background will be Ben McDoughy, and then we can see across the southern Cairngorms here. Oh yeah, stunning, stunning. But then we've come to this cairn with a track here, and I can see it going over. For Sgor Gaoith, then the more you can see the cliff off the top. So there's advantages of coming this way. 43% battery left, so I've used a fair bit compared to the other way. We're here again. The very top of Sgor Gaoith. And I said over there, when I had 43% battery, I probably need 13 to get here and have the descent with 30%, 28% left. But that's fine. There'll still be 25 when we get on that top. And then it's the big ridge line down. And I've not told you the side mission on this ridge line descent, but the side mission is the Argyll stone that is on this ridge line. I haven't looked up much about it other than it's on the map. So I don't know what it is or anything, but that is my side quest, to go see it, see if there's some plaque or explanation. If not, I will Google it when I'm back and be able to slot that into the video at the appropriate time, assuming I find it. But yeah, still people up here, still people over there. But while I'm up here and before I do the descent, time for a banana, because Monkey loves bananas. And I have a special banana pocket on this camelback. Just before I go over to the summit, I'll look back on Sgor Gaoith, and this peak here with the cairn just over there is 1,111 metres, 5 metres lower than Sgor Gaoith, the actual Munros. This is a Munro top, and this is the ridge line we're going down. Show you better from the cairn though. So here we are at the cairn. I did stand on it the other day when I came with Andy and look down, but you can see the path along the top of the ridge line up onto that next one, and I believe it goes all the way over, because what we can't see the other side of that hill is the Argyll stone. So don't know what it's going to be like. This bit looks quite janky off the top, but the rest looks less janky, but we shall see. Oh, that's the path. I want to get onto that main path. I don't like not being on the main path, but there we are. This is quite steep. I don't know how it looks on the camera. It looks like we're onto the moorland and out the jank. Oh look, I've joined another path, so there might have been a different path off the top, or several, not just the one I took. Doing the clicking the helmet thing, because as you know, if you've been watching a while, it's the thing I always forget. liking this. This is more my style. Slower, jankier, rawer. Oh yeah. It's a bigger uphill than I was expecting coming up there. I'm now worried with my 24% battery, but we will see. We will see how big of a mistake I've made here. Oh, lovely views. But some oil pump. Pause to put the camera on as we're getting close to the top of this hill. It's been loose and tough, but rideable, so not dab free, but we're up. Or at least the false summit. That's an impressive stone. I suppose now I should double check where this Argyll stone is, and then if it is something like that sort of impressive, I'll know what it is. So I've checked the map and I am close, but it isn't this stone. But between that peak and that peak in the dip, that's where it says on the map. No idea what it is. Purposely didn't research it, just saw it on the map and thought I'd let it surprise me. So let's go and see what it is. And maybe I should remember to take a cover shot, cover picture, thumbnail. That thing, you know, being a YouTuber and all that, where I'm supposed to tell you to like and subscribe. So if you've got this far and you've been enjoying this adventure that I've been on, or any of the adventures I've been on, if you've watched more than one video of mine, then please like and subscribe and drop a comment if you can. I really do appreciate it. If you are watching on a TV, I know it's harder, but if you press your up button, you get the menu where you can hit the like, subscribe. So yeah, up button for the 55% of you that watch on a TV according to YouTube. So this is it. This is the Argyll stone. There's my bike down there. And I don't know anything about it, so I'll do a 360 view and maybe a voiceover or some text on the screen from what I found out That's where we came down from. And down there I can see a bit of a path just this side of that gully, and that path is on the map. I think that's my way down. I'm assuming from somewhere over here, but I will still go to this peak here before I go down. And I'm quite glad that we're then going down, because I am on 16% battery, so I definitely don't want to be doing any more up. But it's been a good adventure down this ridgeline, proper janky, some climbing as well. Yeah, it's been good. I recommend this way, even though I've not finished it yet. I think this is a good way off, and I've only seen one person down here, whereas I think if I'd have gone down the main Sgor Gaoith descent, I would have seen a dozen people or so, which obviously is, particularly as that's quite a fast descent. This was a slower, jankier descent, but on fast descents, especially ones with blind bends like you get on the Sgor Gaoith, you've got to hang back for the amount of people that are around. Whereas here, A, you're going slower because it's jankier, B, you can see a lot further, and C, there hasn't been anyone that I've needed to slow down for either. Just one guy. And he did hear me come in and move, but there was multiple paths at that point, so it didn't matter. But yeah, let's go over there and find this path that joins up with that one.
The next day.
Hey, monkey, stop! You're gonna make a terrible mistake. This is Kev from the future here. Back at the top of that hill that I've just shown you going down and to the Argyll stone, and I made a terrible mistake. I'll show you on the map here. I went for this path here and it was horrible. It was so horrible that I'll show you how bad it was in the last minute or so of this video. But I've come back up the next day in, well, less heat, but really windy, basically, rather than head down this ridgeline and carry on down it, I need to head along there and down some zigzags. Now, I try not to do too much research into what I'm going for, because I'm trying not to ride things that everyone rides. But I obviously had fun down this Sgoran descent yesterday, because I got quite a fast time on it. But what I did then, because there was 40 other e-bikers who had done this descent, is I looked where they went, and all the ones that I looked at in the top 10 all went over there to them zigzags. And on the map it looks quite fun, and that's the way that people have gone. So I don't regret exploring, because that's what I like to do. I want to try and find things that not everyone rides, and I'm generally peak bagging, and I did bag the full ridge line of peaks, which was a good mission, and I did get home, so it's all good. But I'm now going to ride down here again, find the turn off, go down there, and I will merge this video from this point into what I'm doing, and I'll put both Stravas for the routes in the description as always, and hopefully it won't be too windy. I've almost been, well, I have at one point. It was that windy I had to lie on the floor with my bike just while the gusts dropped down before I could stand up again. So I'm going to take it much easier on this descent. I don't think I'll be combing it again like yesterday, not in this wind, and then we'll go and find that path, as I say. But yeah, thanks for watching. I thought I'd show you how windy it was. It was really, really windy on the top. I even had to push the first bit just to stay up. But even down here, it's really, really windy. So I'm back here at this, not the Argyll stone. That's the Argyll stone and this path, and I need to get over there. We've had the odd spot of rain, you can see it's coming in, so I've got to be quick. I can't see a specific path. I've stood on the top of here and looked, so I can see a boulder over there. I'm going to just freestyle across here and look for a path from that boulder, but everything, including like looking at the map and heat map, that is the way I need to go to find these zigzags. So I will crack on and do that.
12 seconds later.
And actually straight away now I can see a path coming up there and maybe across to that stone. So I'm still going to do that. That seems a good plan. So there's the Argyll stone and there's a path coming down. So that's what I should have done from there yesterday, rather than going down this valley and hitting that path and then an absolute mess that you'll see at the end of this video. I should have backtracked down the hill a little bit onto this path, and then this path does just go into rawness. So we will head over here and find the zigzags. When I say find a path, it's not much of a path, but at least it is a little bit of a path. I am now racing the storm. I was always racing the storm, to be honest. It was due this afternoon. But yeah, how's this going to be? So, weather stations. That's what's up here. Yeah. There must be a path somewhere. Path. Not much of a path, but it's a path. And it looks to be in the right spot. Ah, this is a path here. Down here, right. Let's go. Oh, this looks just my sort of thing. Oh yeah. Oh, if it's like this all the way down, I'll be very happy. Woo! Oh! Oi, tree, don't grab me hand. Ooh. Get this into a gully. So this is what the yesterday's could have been like, but it wasn't. This is just rideable enough more than yesterday's that wasn't really rideable. It's still overgrown. Still getting my legs whipped by all these bushes. It's still tight. Oof! Still just caught my foot on something in the side of the track that I couldn't even see. But yeah, this is mountain biking. This is mountain biking on mountains. A barely used little single track, certainly not designed for bikes. There'll be no berm, tabletop berm down here. Just turn around there. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, to a bridge. Lovely. Oh yeah. That's the way to go off Sgor Gaoith. You'll not see anyone down there. It might be jankier, overgrown, less fast. You might end up with bits of heather in your gears, but yeah, almost at the bottom. Do that way. That's the way I recommend, even if my legs were fairly whipped and a tree caught my thumb and something caught my foot, but that's mountain biking. That's mountain biking on mountains. Rawness. Love it. There is nothing. There is nothing here. See, that's the Argyll stone, and this path came down there, but I was sure there'd be something that would connect up. Not enough room for me and the bike on the path, hanging me off the cliff. Oh. You make mistakes. Well, not really a mistake. Sometimes you explore and it doesn't work out. And if it's like this all the way down, this water worked out. I'll lose my front wheel. No, Oh, that was firm. In a bloody tree. Well, I've popped out of this path. The last bit was more rideable, but it was still horrible. I've joined this main path here, so I'll have a nosy when I get back as to where that goes. Maybe that was a better one to aim for if it goes, because that down that valley, that was horrible. That's not recommended.